Man, 2016 has been quite an awful year. And movies I reviewed last year have not been any better. And we did the top 10 worst movies I reviewed in 2016. Again, the only way I can up on this list is if I reviewed the movie last year. So, enough fooling around, let's get into some more bullshit.
On the roost!
Hey everyone.
I know a lot of people out there really don't like Batman vs Superman. Basically, people didn't like this movie because it showed a lot of superhero characters for no reason, with really weak motivations, had lots of big random fights, and ruined those superheroes in that movie. Same goes with Suicide Squad. Well, guess what? Captain America Civil War did the same thing and people loved it. So you're telling me Civil War is allowed to get away with these problems, but the other two movies can't? Does that make any sense to you? This might be one of the worst Marvel movies I've seen. Not kidding about this. Their motivations are weak, superheroes like Ant-Man and Spider-Man are randomly shoved in for only one fight, and based on the whole movie's plot on a petty argument. Not to mention, this movie ultimately ruined Spider-Man for me. And the only character that was the most likable here was the fucking Black Panther. Man, this movie was such a waste of time. And this is also why I'm afraid to see movies like X-Men Apocalypse.
Somebody annihilate this stupid thing!
Yeah, another unfunny Adam Sandler movie. At this point, people are getting really tired of his movies. Why? Because it contained really weak sources of comedy, and entertainment in general. This is basically about 80s video game characters come to life, and of course, Sandler is the only one that can stop them. Look, even though this movie's plot is very similar to our early feature episode, that doesn't mean it will automatically be terrible. Unfortunately, if that movie involves Adam Sandler, you can easily expect that film to fail.
Tell them, humanity is the disease. Inferno is the cure.
This has to be one of those boring movies I had to sit through last year. I mean, it's not as boring as Top 5, but it's up there. How can I make something that is a sequel to the Da Vinci Code and has hints of Dante's Inferno in it so boring? Well, this will be put by having tons and tons of exposition and nothing else. Despite having actors like Tom Hanks, I could barely find anything interesting in this movie. The only science parts were the action scenes, which were mostly short. At the end of the day, this is just a generic action flick, and a dull one at that.
Look, you almost...
I know I said the movie wasn't that bad as most people said, but at a second glance, I can see why this movie sucks hard. The special effects are atrocious, the comedy wasn't that good, and the story itself is bare bones. Again, I have seen worse movies based off internet stars. I'm looking at you, Fred. But this isn't any better. I guess the only reason I like this movie because it was so poorly made that it managed to be entertaining to me. Unfortunately, that's the best compliment I have for this film. But then again, you wouldn't expect much out of a movie that has internet stars whose sole purpose is to create a bunch of random shit on a daily basis.
The thing about this is if you actually look really closely, you can see...
Ken! Is he okay? Ken!
I really hope you guys like staring at a computer screen for 90 minutes, because that's all you're gonna get to look forward to here. There's a term that could be used. Ideas are nothing, execution is everything. Even though I realize the concept of a horror movie revolving around cyberbullying on the internet, what they did with this idea is why this movie fucking fails. They use nothing but cheap jump scares, half the things in this movie make no fucking sense, and the characters here are completely unlikable and stupid. Seriously, it feels like this film was under a really small budget, because it has some really cheap special effects too. They really didn't try with this movie. Again, they did have good intentions with this, but that doesn't fucking matter when it's so half-assed like this.
Hey guys, toilet's right there. Help yourselves.
Okay, so this movie isn't just bad. It's laughably bad. This is definitely the worst animated film in 2016, and probably one of the worst animated movies I've watched, period. The animation looks weird and off to me. The story is completely by the book and uninteresting, and the movie itself panders to kids so much that not even kids are going to like this. We expect a lot more out of animated films today, so to have something like this be released in theaters just baffles me. People know that this flick should have stayed out of the theaters. The only reason it's not lower is because I did manage to find some enjoyment out of how bad this is.
Oh my god.
You just knew this one was coming. I haven't heard a single person that likes this movie. Not a single one. If you thought the parent in Twilight and Donjon was bad and unrealistic, you ain't seen nothing yet. Christine and Anastasia have not existent personalities, the movie has a lot of softcore porn, and for some reason they try to shove in as many pop songs as possible. Seriously, there are so many things in this movie that they either do not explain or wouldn't happen in the real world. And somehow this movie is getting a sequel. Yes, it does look like a more thrilling film than this, but if it's not, I can already tell you right now, it will be in my worst list for next year.
Lieutenant, we have this one opportunity. Let's not lose it.
Ma'am, she's selling bread.
Okay, this is one of those movies that seriously pissed me off. Instead of creating a thrilling action movie, let's just make more political pandering bullshit. You know, for a movie that goes under the thrill category, there is nothing really thrilling about this at all. Many of the characters here just fuck around and make really irresponsible decisions. It wouldn't be as bad if there was some type of military team, but no. They should care more about the lives of this little girl than letting the terrorists escape to go kill thousands of people. They should care more about how they'll look the face of the public than doing their fucking jobs. Please don't see this thing. Life is precious, and you definitely don't want to waste over an hour and a half watching this horse shit.
You see that guy there?
Yes.
He's gonna hurt you because you were naughty.
Sorry.
You know what you did? You sniveling little shit!
I know the Krampus movie isn't the perfect movie by any standards, but it at least tried. These two movies here were made by a company called ITN Distribution, who made tons of shitty films most people have not even heard of. Did you know they created over 200 films at this point? No? Neither did I. So it's not a surprise to me that both of these movies are terrible. The acting here is laughably bad, the plot itself is fucking ridiculous, the effects are awful, and I can record footage on my phone that could be better shot than the scenes in these movies. There may have been an excuse here that this was under a low budget, but I learned that if you have the right tools, you can create a decent film. Being on a low budget is not an excuse. Don't watch either of these. I don't care if you're even curious about it. Just stay away. And now, here are some random dishonorable mentions.
You let us die!
You let us die!
You promised to help us!
Aren't you a little fucking tall for gymnastics?
Like pins and needles of ice are sticking into your fingers, your toes, your arms. You see stars, then darkness. And the last thing you feel is cold.
As you said, you need to hold on to something. Hold on to a good thing. You're not getting any younger, and
I totally feel you.
This movie was dumb. Just plain dumb. Yes, there are other movies on this list that anger me more, but when it comes down to basic movie making and writing, Bachelor Night tops them all. This is just about a bunch of random guys going to Las Vegas for a big party, and then they meet with some random girls. And the whole movie is just all them fucking around in Vegas for most of the movie. That's it. Oddly enough, this movie is watchable, unlike inappropriate comedy, but this movie is so poorly made and filled with fan service and stupid writing, and you shouldn't be bothered to watch it. There's nothing to gain here. It's not funny, the writing is shit, the story can be seen in much better movies. This is just a waste of time in every sense of the word. And that's why Bachelor Night is the worst movie I reviewed in 2016. Wow, this is a really late video. I'm so sorry it has taken this long to complete this list, and I still have another list to do. But I'm gonna try to get through these as fast as possible. Well, at least the worst of the last year is over, and pretty soon I'll get to the best movies of 2016. Anyway, this is Sweet Teen Chili and Chill Incorporated here. Sign out.